This is the guy you want to hear from, but I can tell you from watching him for 2 decades, he knows what he's doing. You need to hear from this guy, Mr. Frank Panunto.
That was some talk of. I think that's my time. Thank you, everybody. I think I should just leave now. But Dave, stay standing for a second, because guys, Dave, besides being an unbelievably smart guy, as you guys know this, he's one of the most humble people you'll ever meet. When he took over as president, there was about 7,000 or 8,000 people at EXP. When he left, there was over 83,000 people, right? So when he stepped down as president, he didn't really get what he deserved. So how about we all stand up and give a thanks? Thank you for what you've done for us, because this is what you've built. Hey, man, this is what you built. This is your legacy, brother. So thank you for what you've done, Dave. Really appreciate that. So, yes, my name is Frank. I'm part of the growth team. You guys have a whole support team behind you. And kind of to what Scott was talking about, I think the opportunity to grow is better now than it's ever been. Ever. People need a lifeline, don't they? We have opportunities, do we not? The opportunity for us is to make sure that we're telling the story properly. That's kind of where it gets lost a little bit. But I will tell you right now, we're bringing in about 3,000 people a month. We're getting calls every single day from broker owners, from team leaders, from agents who are looking for another opportunity. You just got to open your ears and understand what's going on out there, right? How many people in here is a broker owner that used to have their own company? Anybody in here? Welcome, welcome. I know you, right? So it's out there, guys. So if there's one message number one today is the people that you think are the most untouchable are touchable. The people that you think are most untouchable are touchable. It may look real shiny from the outside, but I'm telling you from the conversations that the growth team's having on a daily basis, a lot of them are hemorrhaging money. They need our help. They need our help. So that's number one. Okay, now, who here is not with EXP, just out of curiosity? Well, we got a hand up over here. Okay, hang on. Dave, see, this is what happens. I go off script. This is your fault. Put your hand up again. Lisa. Lori, welcome. Guess what, Lori? I'm with EXP, and you're not going to believe it. We have SkySlope. We have EXP Enterprise. We have a thing called My EXP. We have EXP University. We have 80-plus live trainees every single day. It's unbelievable. It's great. We have commercial. We have luxury. We have, God, what else, guys? We have fast start. We have quick, fast cap. We have company awarded stocks. We have stocks you can pay for. We have all this stuff. It's unbelievable. Aren't you ready to come now? Isn't that great? Right? Doesn't that sound awesome? That's called EXPing on people, everybody. Lori doesn't really care what I just said. You can tell the truth. And thanks for playing, by the way. She doesn't care. You know what Lori cares about? Moving the needle in her life. They're not on our time frame. We're on theirs. If you want to be really good at attracting, find out where that needle is. That's how you become successful. You got to remember that, you guys. And if you can do that, then that's going to help you in making sure that you're not saying the right stuff to the wrong people and the wrong stuff to the right people. Meet them where they are. They're not going to come to you. You go to them. Does that make sense? Can I get a hallelujah? All right, good. That's all I want to hear. So, guys, understand something. Stop trying to sell people. Start building relationships. Start building trust, because that's what this is all about. We're trying to help people, you guys. I tell everybody, and I tell Lori, how about if I did this, Lori? I have a question for you. If you were to walk away from your business for the next 30 to 45 days, would it continue to grow? Cool. Let's talk about that. Because I'm passionate in helping people. I'm passionate in helping real estate agents. Are you open-minded enough to sit down and have a 30-minute conversation with me to talk about your business and your goals? That's a different conversation. I didn't EXP on her. It's about her. It's always about her. Everybody in this room, it's about you. So when you're trying to get people and you're trying to attract people, it's about them. You should be doing 80% listening. Does that make sense? I call it spin, something I've always done. I have 4 pillars. I heard people talking about pillars before. It's A, what's your situation? Where are you? Tell me about yourself. What's going on? This is a whole exploratory phase, guys. Tell me about yourself. Okay, well, where are you trying to go to? Awesome. That's great. I know where you are now. I know where you're trying to go. Well, what vehicle do you need to get there? What obstacles you're having? Why aren't you there right now? And listen. And then the 4th thing I try to tell everybody, I think it's the most important part, who's going to help you? Who's going to help you get there? Because, guys, the art of leveraging, Scott was just talking about this, it's leverage. If you don't know how to leverage, then how are you going to move at the pace that you want to move at? Does that make sense to everybody? If you want to run fast, don't do it alone. Get some help. It's real simple when you do it that way. The other thing I want to talk about, guys, is understanding the importance of communication and connection, because they're 2 different things. You need to be comfortable with communicating with people. But what's the difference between communication and connection? We can all communicate with each other right now, can't we? Just go around, shake hands, talk. You communicated with them, right? It's one of the things I keep telling my kids. All my kids are here today. These phones have ruined everything, right? Anybody agree with that? The art of communication is rough, isn't it? We can all communicate, but can you connect? What's the difference? When you connect with somebody, you gave them value. And when you were done that conversation, you left with some value. Communication, you just left. You shook hands, you forgot their name 5 seconds later. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing, buddy? So understanding the art of that is going to be pretty important. Now, when we talk about communication, I have my little notes. Dave told me to not use a podium. I said, okay, fine, I won't. But let's talk about this for a second because it's important. Wrong one. Story of my life. Laura, did you take my notes? I got him. Brett. Yeah. Right. So let's talk about this. I was on a roll, Dave. All right. When you can connect with somebody, it can have a massive effect on the direction that they're going in. So understand where they need to be and understand how you can affect them. Because, guys, Scott just kind of said this too. The next person you talk to could be the one that just takes you to a whole nother level. That could be the person that helps you 10x your life. That might be that person. So when you're tired and you don't feel like doing it, do it. He said it before. Everybody knows what to do. You just got to go out there and do it. He's not wrong. He's not wrong. So think about this. Are you putting yourself in the right position to do it as well? I want everybody to do a little mental exercise here. I want you to think about the last 12 months of your life. Family aside, let's move family to the side. Think about who you spent the most time with in the past 12 months. Everybody got it? Now, do those people, are they helping you get closer to your goals? I'm talking about personal and business. Or are they getting you farther from your goals? Are you analyzing that? Are you surrounding yourself with the right people to get you to where you want to go? And the people that you are surrounding yourself with that have kept you closer to your goals, what is it about them that you admire? What is it about them that you aspire to? And what is it about them that you don't? Are you putting yourself in a position to be successful? You know, Dave just told you, I've been around him a lot the last 12 months. We're doing some things, and it's awesome. He's helping me get to where I want to go, but it's more than that. It's brotherhood, right? Because when you surround yourself with the people that have like minds, that's when movement happens. When movement happens, you have momentum. And when you have momentum, what does that do? It attracts people. People want to go where there's motion. They don't want to go where it's stagnant. Dave Ramsey says it, right? Thoroughbreds want to run with other thoroughbreds. They don't want to run with ponies. So what are you putting out there? Are you emulating the people that you want to be like? Because the success path, you guys, has already been made. All you have to do is get on it. You don't have to recreate anything. Look at the people that you want to be like Don't copy them, but model them. Because somebody else has said it before, I forget who it was, you have to be authentic. It was Rory. You have to be authentic. And that's true. Because if people don't buy what you're saying, if they don't find value in what you're saying, they're not going to follow you. It's just that simple. So be real. Just be real. Hey, what we do is really important, kind of shifting gears for a second. You know, this whole NAR settlement, pretty cool, right? It's going to be a lot of fun, isn't it? I think it's going to be a lot of opportunity. Do you all? Yes. You know, hey, listen, we have multiple opportunities for income streams. Not everybody has that. And I totally agree with Scott in that the traditional model, the traditional brokerage model, is going to be gone. Dave was telling the story true when I called him. I called him on a Friday. I was at another company. I'd been there for 10 years. 10 years. And I called him. I said, Dave, just want to let you know, I can't do this anymore. He goes, what's going on? I go, I'm not inspired, man. I said, I just want to let you know that I'm out there, and I think I'm going to come. I want to really look at your company. I said, I have one question for you. You remember this? I go, I have one question for you. Do you believe in that company? He goes, 100%. I said, I'm in. I'm going to resign at 5 o'clock. And I did. True story, right? I called him at around, it was about 11:30, 12 o'clock, and 5 o'clock I resigned. It was that quick, because that's where I was, right? Thank God I did it, by the way. Yeah, greatest thing that's ever happened to me here. But listen, I do want to do one thing about the value of all of you, because it's the people that make a company. Let's be honest, right? You can put corporate people over here, you can do whatever you want. You can have tools, you know, all that stuff that I was telling Lori about. But at the end of the day, it's the people. The people make the company. It's just that simple. Don't let anybody knock you guys down. I don't know about you, but I'm sick and tired of hearing all these people like on social media about how worthless realtors are. You know, you guys don't earn your money. You don't do anything. I'm tired of hearing that. The fact of the matter is we change lives. We affect people's lives. I'm going to tell you one quick story, and then I'm going to get off the stage. My first transaction. I saw yours, which was really cool. That was awesome. You were great, by the way. Nilda Cortez. This is 30 years ago. I'll never forget. Nilda Cortez. Why do I know Nilda? Because I was working in the city of Wilmington. I live in Delaware. Don't be jealous, guys. Try to hold back your resentment. I understand. So a lot going on in Delaware, guys. A whole lot going on. Anyway, Nilda, so the average sales price back then was probably in the 60,000 range, like in the 60s. I was working in the city. And Nilda had 3 jobs. She had 3 children and 3 jobs. She cleaned houses during the day. She cleaned commercial offices at night. And then she cleaned other offices on the weekend. That's what she did. Back then, as she wanted to find a house, she was living in a studio apartment with her 3 kids. Nilda, there was a program. She comes into one of my open houses, and she goes, I don't know if I can buy a house, but I really want to buy a house. I'm like, well, let's see what happens. Worked it out. There was a program in the city. All she needed was $1,000 to get into this house. There's a whole settlement assistance program. $1,000 she gets into the house. It's going to change her life. Cool, awesome. So we find a house that's literally, you could see the roof from where she was renting her apartment. It was like down the block, which was shorter than that wall. Make a left, you could see the roof of the house she's going to buy. That close. It's great. This is great. So I'm going to go over to her apartment in between the 2 jobs, get a contract signed. I'm like, no, we have to get this signed, blah, blah, blah. I know you only have about 20 minutes. I walk in the apartment. The apartment is maybe the size of this stage and then plus a galley kitchen. Does that sound, guys, you see it, right? On this wall back here was a bunk bed. Here, on this wall, there's a door here, was the couch, and then the kitchen. 2 of the kids shared a bunk bed. 1 was on top. Nilda slept on a couch every single night. Okay? When I go in there, oven door's open, and I'm sitting there going, you don't forget this stuff, right? I walk in. I'm like, oh, man, it's in the middle of dinner. I'll try to make this fast. No, we already ate. We're good. I go, but your oven's open. She goes, yeah, I'm heating the place. It was oil heat. She didn't have enough money to pay for the oil, but she could put the electric stove on to heat the room. I was sitting there going, oh, my God. I'm 25 years old, guys, so I don't really know about life yet, but I knew that was not cool, right? Anyway, sell the house, go into settlement, and everything was going great until there was no cell phones back then, right? There was electricity, but no cell phones. It's 1994. We go to do the walkthrough. Now, she took off the second half of that Friday, and she had to be out of her apartment by 5 o'clock. Settlement, because I'm a genius, was at 3 o'clock. We had 2 hours to get our stuff out, all right? I was a great real estate agent back then. Let me tell you, that was awesome. Anyway, we go to do the walkthrough. Seller hasn't left. But the seller's at the attorney's office. I can't call. We didn't have cell phones back then. Got to go to settlement. She's in complete panic mode in my car. I'm like, listen, don't worry about it. I'm going to help you move. She didn't have a lot of stuff, you guys. I mean, we could figure